And they don't even take from. Ooh, they don't even take the undergates. Undergates.
Started, so
Okay. Can I get a preview of myself?
oh, that's what we're seeing now. So still have 5 minutes, but I'll keep an eye.
Look at the chat so they start seeing the box. Maybe when they start seeing the box.
Oh, starting now.
Starting out 5 minutes early. Everybody's gonna be like, wait, what?
Let's just do the usual test.
Yeah,
Can you hear us? Can you see the box?
Will Ryan be staying for the duration of the live stream?
Maybe.
I'm putting my hand in front of that camera.
Yeah, there is a delay.
And we're getting a delay, but that's okay. Although that delay is pretty sizable. It might still be the 30-second delay, don't you think?
But I don't select it.
Where's the options? Where are you guys located?
Bam!
Dude, yeah, there's my hand.
Okay, 40 seconds.
Yeah, so it's a 30-second delay, I believe.
Yeah. But I turned that off, so it might just be the crunching that's going on in this video.
30 seconds. Just like last time, no problem, it worked. So somebody said yay, maybe they can see us.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh, there's
Test.
a second delay, so we have to just wait for it.
Test. All systems go, it looks okay. In your face.
Syd's voice freaking scared me. I guess we can hear you, and the
So
sound
sexy.
is too low.
It was low last time. Wasn't it a computer thing?
No, boost it here.
Let's yeah, boost some mics. Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear myself through the computer.
Mute this thing.
I'm excited. So how many people do we have watching right now? 96 people. Not bad, not bad. From Chile. Everybody has a problem hearing us.
We've maxed out the sound, so
Yeah, I think
turn
we.
up your volume.
Unfortunately, I think we cannot get any louder. Okay. Ooh, are we officially starting this thing yet?
Let's just make sure.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. Crack it open like a walnut.
Also, there's a 40-second delay, so we need to just wait a little while.
Everything is good. Get started. Hold on there. YouTube is dead. Thanks a lot, Google. Best name ever. You can't hear me. I'm sitting right in front of the mic. Right in front of the mic.
Is there a volume on this thing? No, it's maxed.
Hey, Ryan, you talk.
Testing. This is Ryan. So let me know, how does my voice sound?
Besides lame.
Just answer the question.
30-second delay, Ryan. I clear my throat. Take a drink. Oh my god! Just warming up, guys. We said we started 2 on our time, but we just want to make sure that everything's working before we actually start. So we got like a minute or 2, and then we will get going. Don't mess with the settings.
No, I just want to make it a feature. Oh, let's just actually check the comments. Sorry. Need a mic test. It's just.
That was loud and clear, he says.
Right, it was loud and clear. That sounded better today. Okay. There might be people at all different times on the 2 minutes, because I boosted the volume by 25%.
Better. Everybody's better. Okay, what do you think, Ryan? We got 1 minute from our original.
That's what I advertised.
Okay, so everybody gets.
Ryan is fine, but Syd is inaudible.
The mic is like right in front of me. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit so it's both of us.
No, just keep it near you.
Yeah.
I'll just
Because I'm the important guy.
Yeah, Syd is the guy.
Syd is bad, they say. It's my voice might not be radio friendly. That just might be it. Maybe your voice just comes out at a different frequency, Ryan.
Yeah.
Actually, can I move this up a little bit like this? That'll be more pointed towards my mouth.
Well, I can
She
do.
said.
If you want to test it,
The mic is like right in front of me.
oh, the delay is much less now.
Mm.
They're getting feedback now.
They're gonna hear us the same thing in loops. They'll be like, I just heard that.
No, that's fine. It sounds fine.
That's the best we can do.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay, well it's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we ready? We're
AST.
gonna do this thing?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, so I'm just gonna pick this up.
Okay.
Look at it. Hi everybody.
Hi guys. Sorry,
Welcome to
I'm
GunPla
late.
TV.
Hey.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is live
Episode live stream.
episode live stream. This is live stream number 2, and we're doing the here. Let's get in the shot. RG Gok. It just showed up. I don't know, an hour and a half ago.
First time on the internet.
First time on the internet. Sorry, there we are. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna crack this open. I'm gonna start by showing you runners, and then we'll actually start building. So let me just put this back here. What do we got? Does that look all right?
Let's just.
Good enough for me.
That's fine.
Good enough for the girls I go with, they say.
10 p.m. here, 1 p.m. here.
All right, so here's the box, and I must say I really like this box art. If you didn't know, Ryan, the Gok is an amphibious mobile suit.
Oh, that's the guys that come from the water.
Yes, that's what amphibious means. It swims. So you can see kind of they've done this kind of weathering effect on the box art.
Actually, I really like the box art. It's
RG box art's always the best. Always the best here. So I'll move that aside here. And the first thing I think everybody wants to see is the actual RG runner. Now here it is. It is completely different from any RG runner before it, except for maybe down here in the skirt area. This one looks kind of familiar. But the legs are all new. These huge honking feet are new. And even this part here, these are the hands, little hand claws here. So we'll be putting those together today. I don't know exactly how much we're going to get done today because this is a little bit...
try for... Well, we got to... Like, we've booked 2 hours,
yeah.
but...
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit different than that big Neo Xeon because it's all the small parts and detail this thing has. But we'll try here. And I'll show you guys the stickers. Here's the sticker sheet. All new for the RG Gok. Here it is. And also, here's all the hand claws. There's 8 of these in total. I thought they'd be kind of a silver color, but they're white. But they're all the same part number. So if you wanted to, you could take them off and paint it even before you started building. And here's the darker reddish colored parts. This is the E runner, E1 and E2. And the lighter red is D1 and D2. And then you get 2 actually quite sizable runners. RG sometimes will just have 1 of these size. This time you're getting 2.
Just holding up a little while because some people are saying it's a little pixelated.
Okay, so this is the A runner. You can see the clear part here. And this is the C runner. Here's a C runner. Actually, I like this here. These little fans. I guess that's for the backpack. I'll find out because I've never built a Gok before. This is my first time. My first time ever.
Just an update. So we've got some people saying hello.
Hey!
From Ecuador. It's Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday here. Ecuador. What time is it there, did you say?
Nah. But we got California. It's 10 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah?
So we won the soccer.
There's no soccer anymore. That was last
1 p.m.
week,
in
right?
Hong Kong.
1 p.m. in Hong Kong. Okay, yeah.
So they're an hour behind.
Yeah. While you're talking, Ryan, I'm actually going to get out the parts for the feet here.
Yeah, look, we're doing as best we can with the audio. We really have it cranked up on our computer. So as some people are recommending, just put on some headphones.
Yeah.
Turn up the volume. We do apologize, and we'll try to fix this in the next live stream.
Mm-hmm. Now, it starts off building the feet, but I've noticed that there's, so far anyway, there's no actual RG frame in the feet. I mean, this is the parts I'm going to need, including that little fan that I mentioned before. And I'll put those aside because I was trying to get everything ready before we started shooting, but not quite. This is the feet part right here. I'm going to cut one of these babies off. and they're both the same, so I don't need to worry. I guess I should lean my head towards the microphone. Is that what you're saying?
6 a.m. in Ireland.
6 a.m. in Ireland.
Go back to bed.
What do they do in Ireland at 6 a.m.? Don't answer that. Okay, so this is the first piece of the frame, and pretty simply, you're meant to kind of push this part up here. So turn it around, turn it up, like that, similar to what you do with other RG kits. There he is. And then fold it down. On top like that. Let's put it right there.
3 p.m. in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
El Salvador is 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's past your bedtime.
Oslo, Norway, 7 p.m. 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Poland, 7 a.m.
Okay.
Like I just said, a typhoon left the Philippines.
Yeah, I heard it was just hitting there. So I hope everybody in the Philippines is all right. I think it was last year we had a big one roll through there and did quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to start to try and have all the pieces cut out first before I actually start putting it together, because that way I don't have to start and stop so much. There might be lulls what's happening here, but once I get all the pieces cut out, we start building. So here's the frame, and I've already built it, as you can see, and I will put the toe part of this together as well. Maybe not the toe part.
Oh, 2 p.m. in Argentina.
Nice.
2 a.m.
I'm sorry you lost the World Cup. I really wanted Argentina to win. Okay, this piece slides on from the back like so, and I'm gonna push it on in all the way. Push it in all the way. Just be careful though. I mean, these RG frames are kind of resilient, but at the same time, you could damage it. So this is kind of how it's supposed to look. And then you connect this one like this. Now, quite often I have an idea of kind of what I'm building, because I have experience with other different grades. For example, I built the Exia before I built the RG, and this time around I don't have that experience, so you have to bear with me while we try to figure it all out here. Already I'm experiencing difficulties beyond my control.
Oh, got a fellow Gaijin. 2. One from Osaka.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Andrew Long.
Andrew Long's in Osaka. I like Osaka. It's very nice there. I've been several times.
One guy says, I'm streaming it in my phone and it's loud, so maybe just switch to your phones.
Yeah? No problem with the phone?
No, he doesn't have a problem with the phone.
That's
it's loud, yeah.
No problem with the phone. That's cool.
I just say invest in a good pair of headphones.
Yeah, they're your best friends when it comes to games and using your computer. Okay, so this is the problem I've run into already in the very first step, and this is why live streams can be hit or miss. I'm supposed to be able to just push this in like so, and yet it just does not want to seem to do that. So I'm going to make sure I didn't make a mistake somewhere along here.
Hey, keep in mind that this is a lot more complicated kit than the Neo Xeon.
Yeah, no doubt. It could
be prepared for a little. Still figure it out.
I'll figure it out or I'll quit. Right there, it'll be the shortest live stream ever.
It's Canada. It's 1 a.m. Virginia. That's where my sister lives. 1 a.m. It's not my sister though.
Maybe it is, right?
No, it's Quantum X.
Oh, I see how it's supposed to go here. This is tricky, Bandai. You're playing tricks on me. There's this tiny little groove here that it looks like you're supposed to be able to slide your piece in. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a tiny little gap there. So small. Damn you, Bandai. Make my job easier,
Texas.
Not more difficult.
Someone hold the mic to his face.
Don't do that. I'll hate you. Before people get bored out of their minds here, I'm gonna attempt this in a different way with this other side here. Nothing like messing up on live television, eh? I knew it would be a little different coming off of the Neo Xeon. Like, that was pretty easy, we have to admit. But this one, anybody who's built an RG before will admit that they can be pretty tricky. So
I did find an extra volume setting that I have turned up to its max. So
Oh, now you find it, eh?
Well, it was only a little bit. It wasn't a huge difference.
So
but,
is it working?
Let me know if there's a difference.
I'm just messing
How much is
around.
this costing? How much does this cost? I'll check on our website actually.
Well, the kit?
Yeah.
Well, the kit's a little bit more expensive than
2,000 yen. What do we say? We say $19, $19.67.
Oh yeah.
14
It
euros.
is 25,000 yen. I think Bandai changed the price. I thought I heard it was going to be a little more expensive.
And just to pump HLJ, you do get, well, you save 20%. That's why you get it for around $20.
Mm. That's how it's supposed to be when it's together. So why is it not working?
Okay, everyone's saying the sound is perfect now.
Oh, you finally tweaked the setting. Look at that.
There are so many settings. I cannot be held accountable.
I might have to come back to these feet. I mean, it's easy enough to do the bottom part. You take your little fan piece here and stick it in like so. Still small though. There it is, and this will turn if you have a small enough device to get in there and turn it. Tool. If you have a tool, you can do it.
Someone says, yeah, Syd, trust me, it's the first MG Zugok wasn't friendly, wasn't user friendly either.
Oh god, thank goodness somebody is realizing my pain. Now this, I wonder because for those who don't know, there was recently an error with another kit, and if it turns out that there's a mistake in a mold or something like that, and you might not realize it, then you end up trying to put something together that might not actually fit. Okay, this is the back part of the foot. You can see this actually pivots, which is pretty cool. So you can imagine when Mr. Zugok is swimming in the water, in order for him to change direction, these might tilt and he'll be going like, up. So
one guy says, yeah, yep, difference, all right. There goes my hearing ability.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ryan finally figured out how to use a computer.
Boy,
And,
I set this up, Syd,
yeah.
while you were sitting at your desk
Yeah.
playing.
Playing Candy Crush? I didn't do that at my desk. Wish I did that at my desk.
Someone says that we finalized the Gundam live stream. Yeah, this is it.
This looks like a live stream to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting the feet aside for now because I don't want you guys to watch me get frustrated until I figure this out. It might take me some time. So I did get the back part done. That is cool. Let's move on here because this is usually where I get the most enjoyment is the legs here. So we're gonna start with this huge honking RG leg. This is a big leg, B4. So be very careful. What I tend to do is I'll cut it off if I can, leaving some of the runner on there just to make sure I'm not cutting off something bad. In some areas you won't be able to get your cutters all the way in, so you have to kind of start up here and then cut parts off after. But be very careful because if you do cut the wrong part on this kind of runner, you may not be able to fix it. So I'll take that off, and I'll look for these little bits that I left on here. There's one, and I got one here.
I think someone's messing with me, saying the sound's too low.
Yeah, they're trying to deafen people.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what it
you're
is.
just trolling now.
Now this one here is a little tough to get at with the cutters, but that's okay because I have a design nut, right? So I'll get in there, just kind of chew it off there, and there it is. Look at this thing. This is funny, this shape. So now what I usually advise people to do when they're starting with their RG is just to kind of bend it a little bit, like, because if you're going to want to play with your RG, you want them to be pretty loose because you don't want to break this frame when you're moving it around and you can't see what's happening inside. So take your time and try to get it to move now. This is supposed to move up and down like so. Nice, nice. A little stiffer than I'm used to, even with RG. This will turn this way.
Well, they say, why are they doing this so late at night? And then all the comments, it's 2 p.m. in Japan.
I'm at work right now.
Because you're not the center of the world.
Is he American?
Are those the God hand nippers?
There you go. See,
What
I got it
nippers
fully
do you
bent.
have?
I use the Tamiya. Usually I use Tamiya. Okay, I'll put this back into its normal position here.
Someone's asking about a 3.0 Alex.
3.0 what?
Alex, do you know?
Oh, could you imagine? Are they going to make a 3.0 Alex?
Well,
I thought they
says that's what he'd like.
Oh, okay. I think they'd probably be doing a Char's Zaku first, no? Okay, so this is going to stay like this. And now I got to start putting C parts on. Let me get a C part runner. It's 12 and 15. These are kind of like armor/frame parts, but here's 15. Cut off these nubs. Nub.
Someone says, will it be faster? And someone says, no, it won't be 3 times as fast as the Neo Z. It's an RG. So yeah, it's going to take a while.
I've already said that. Like,
yeah.
I knew I would not get this done, especially with the difficulties I'm having. With the Neo Xeon, even when you start, like, you kind of have an idea what you're supposed to do. There's only so much you can do with the pieces that you see are in there. This one, you don't actually, it's the first time you've actually built it, you don't actually know what it is you're supposed to do, right? So it can be a little tricky.
Some guy says, more exciting than the World Cup.
Yeah?
Brandon Husky. Well,
depends which game you watched.
Qualifiers.
The Germany game was pretty exciting. Germany and Brazil. Sorry, Brazilians, right? So.
Someone's asking about the Bullfighter Season 2 images. Have you seen them yet?
No, I haven't. Is there any?
Sorry, we haven't seen them. Yeah, he says they have. We have no opinion yet.
I don't think of anything. I missed a step here, so I'm pulling that armor back on.
What do you think the holiday big release is going to be? I'm hoping for a PG.
Well, we remember the August special kit is already an MG Virgin Ka, so if people are betting that it's going to be a PG, they may have a good case. Okay, don't skip this part, which I actually made a mistake. There's this tiny little piece you have to drop in here. Just push it in, like so. Usually I have a chance to go through the manual and kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be doing, but this time around that did not happen. We kind of just had to jump right into it here. So.
Okay, I'm looking at the images from Season 2, I hope.
Did you put it in? Gonna Build Fire Season 2?
Yeah.
The internet. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sid, you got an opinion? It looks like Gundam to me.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this, aren't I?
Yeah. Sid's for concentrating.
Well, this looks interesting. Okay. What do you got for me, Bandai? This is getting kind of crazy. I'm supposed to be able to turn this.
An RG unicorn. That's interesting.
I don't think we'll see an RG unicorn.
No.
Am I just putting this on the wrong cross?
Someone's singing the Nub song. You know, we're trying to do as much as we can within a very short time frame.
Hey, if you see a nub, yeah. Good
Take
for
a
you.
drink. Make it a drinking game.
That's right. Good for you. You saw a nub. Actually, RG's very good when it comes to nubs. You're not actually going to see like too many of them. So this is supposed to turn. There you go. I managed to get it to turn. Should have loosened that up a little bit more. So this is what I'm supposed to do here already. And now, this is interesting because like normally you maybe put the armor and stuff on.
Yeah.
But the manual, it's telling me to do something else. Like it's telling me to kind of get back to the RG frame here. Like I'll show the people out there in land where I can see my finger here. Yeah, it's telling you once you got this little thing together to put it into the skirt frame on the runner. And I guess, yeah, what is that for, Bandai? I'm just gonna follow what you say. So here's my
Follow the manual.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned it's a whole new tooling.
Well, it's a completely new frame. Like
so
nobody's ever built anything like this before, so it could be Bandai's decided to shake things up on what you are or not supposed to do. Pots. Interesting. I think you're supposed to like pop it in there and then pop it back off.
Someone did mention I should build half and you build the other half, but then we'd be waiting years.
And then Ryan wouldn't be able to read the comments, right?
Oh yeah.
That's the whole reason you're in here, no?
Yeah, that's right.
18, 16. Here's number 18. Here's number 16. Where
People are saying the RE kit needs a live stream.
Oh, we're way ahead of you guys.
Yeah,
Don't worry, we already know that.
I think that should be a straightforward build.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a little less complicated
Yeah.
than this one. I mean, it's going to be some big parts, but it's still going to be less complicated. So, this one's going from the front now. Like so.
Someone says, you know it's going to be, I guess this is for the Christmas release, the PG Zugok.
No. You won't see kind of this kind of like low
Well,
profile
Germany
suit.
versus Brazil was boring. Germany playing versus no one. Ouch.
Yeah. But for people who can't watch an entire game, manage to only get a couple minutes in there. It's nice that you can just turn on TV at any time and see a goal, right? Because that's what was happening.
One guy says here, Stupid Me was on the wrong live stream link.
Is there another live stream link that we don't know about? Ryan, are you?
Well, no, he must have had the old link still somewhere. It's on the side. It says live. Well,
Are you leading the people the wrong way?
no.
So this RG frame is meant to bend laterally instead of just this, what do you say, the normal way. So there's some spacing in here, and it will actually move this sideways just a little bit. So when you get him in his little squatty stances, he'll look pretty cool. Okay, so it looks like I'm mostly pulling off of the C runner here, and they're very specific when it says what order to put them in. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 is going to be something off the A runner, which is way over here. It's a small part.
Some guy says, yeah, football sucks anyway you slice it. I disagree.
Let's not start the hate, alright?
RG question. So what happened
36.
to the announcement regarding RG, GM, Goof, and Ground Gundam?
Those were something we saw, I think it was at the GunPla Expo 2 years ago, when they also had the Zgok as one of the ones that was slated to maybe be released. That's a good question. Just because it hasn't been released yet doesn't mean they've given up on it. They are releasing them at intervals of 3 months apart, more or less. So we don't even know kind of what the next one's going to be. It's quite possible those are coming, but we just don't know yet when.
There's another good one. The best, worst mobile suit ever. It's totally going to be the next RG. Trust me, my dad works at Nintendo.
Yeah. Your dad works at Nintendo, eh? Okay. That here. Looking at my piece now.
I'll just bring some stronger light down.
Is it not bright enough? You can't see what I'm doing? There's all these little tiny, like, I guess they're like pluses, the way the frame is designed, little X's. And in order for you to get these grooves lined up, you have to like have them in the exact perfect spot. But it's tough to see how they line up when you're trying to put them from the side, especially with something so small. So it's going to take a little bit to actually get the alignment proper. But so which side am I going in from? This side? This side?
One guy says, Gunpla, don't drink expired sodas like Syd.
Even though it was expired, it was still kind of yummy.
That's what she said.
I don't know what to do. Hey, Facepalm Gundam. Facepalm Gundam is facepalming that last comment you just made. Right? Yeah, crap, be careful. 837, where are you, buddy? At least everything's symmetrical on this, so once I kind of see what I'm supposed to get, I can grab it. Okay, this guy is supposed to go on step number 9 once I got all these on. Step number 9.
Syd, my first kit was the RG Freedom. Do you think
wow.
it's okay to start with an RG? Because the MG couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if you really like the suit and you think you can do it, you should. I mean, starting with an RG is a good way to go. Because you can tell, like, if you have the patience for something that might be bigger and still lots of parts, right? If you get stuck on RG, you have some choices to make if you're going to continue, and will you go drop down to the HG, so to speak, or try your hand at an MG. MG might be easier than RG in some ways just because their parts are bigger, but the detail in the RG now, I just love it. Can't get away from it. Okay, so looking at this from this side, this goes on here. Wow, this is Bandai's not making this easy. I can see how the pieces are going to be really secure once they get on there, but it's difficult to line them up. I mean, I got a peg and I got a hollow, and I got the tab here, and I've got to try and get both of them lined up to make the connection, but you don't get to see it once you put it on there. So wish me luck here. There we go. C5 and C6. Oh, this whole runner's coming with me here. How is it compared to the watching the Neo Xeon live stream? Like, I know with those big parts, it was pretty easy to see what was going on with the Neo Xeon. What's it like watching an RG live stream?
Well, just from watching the monitor here, I mean, it's with all those huge chunky pieces, it's a little different.
Yeah. I'll try and get some good shots in here. This thing went on from the bottom. You can see these little tabs here. There's 1, 2. Those are, of course, perfectly placed for the hollows you're going to find on that side of the part, right? So as I drop it on here, there you go. There is right now what I've got so far. Next, what was that? I had a phone call. I'm a little busy right now. No phone calls, please.
Hold the phone.
D14. very round.
Less hype overall than the MG Xeon.
The HG?
The HG.
Well, I mean, the Neo Xeon is a one of kind, right? Like you're not going to see something like that for the most part ever again, maybe. So I can understand the hype there. And RG, like this is RG number 16 now. Like we've kind of know what they're like, although some of them have some major differences, like this one, of course, completely different, which is why I wanted to show it to you. But it's definitely not the showstopper, I think, that the Neo Xeon was. Speaking of which, I should mention showstopper, etc. The Neo Xeon that we built on GunPla TV will be making an appearance at the Comic-Con, the San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. So if you're in San Diego and you go to the Comic-Con,
oh yes,
why don't you stop by the HLJ booth and you can see the kit that we put together on the live stream.
Yes.
And I was
get a photo with Scott and Jim.
Here's some more grooves here that are meant to go around these little tabs here. I was gonna say, like, we currently have a competition now. People are supposed to send us pictures with their Neo Xeon, and so we got some so far. But I was gonna say we could consider extending this competition. And if you make it to Comic-Con in San Diego, take a picture of yourself beside that Neo Xeon that we built on the live stream and submit that to our Facebook contest, and we'll throw you into the pile of people who are going to try to win a carry bag.
Add it to the HobbyLink TV wall.
Yeah.
So we can see it.
Yeah. Okay, D110. Still going with some big pieces of armor here.
Someone's asking if you use cement, but we don't use cement for Gundam.
Not normally. If I'm customizing, I will use cement. But in this case, it should all be snap fit. Although sometimes some things don't seem to fit together properly, so it's either user error or poor mold, but we haven't seen that for a while. Okay, A3938. These are just A38s all around. Okay, I don't have to worry about which one's which. They're all the same. A38. There's 4 of them. Doesn't matter which one you use. So take this off here. So now these pieces here, this is kind of cool. Like, check out, it's moving here.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like this, and then I was like that. Oh, okay. Anyway.
Somebody says, built my first RG today.
Nice.
Thank God I didn't break anything. I almost did cut the whole part wrong. I did use one of the cables for the Exia, and I sat on my floor with a flashlight for half an hour.
Yes, I know your pain. I know your pain. I've built the Exia twice, so 3 times actually. So I've dropped that piece a number of times. I actually am smarter now about it. When I know it's going to be tough, I cut over top of the empty box lid, so if it drops in there hopefully. So okay, I'm gonna
I like this
seal up this leg here, so to speak.
Some things don't fit; they just snap.
That's what he said or something.
Well, no, we're not going to New York Comic Con. Sorry, we only do one. We only do one.
Yeah, we're gonna be in San Diego. So come on by the HLJ booth. We're gonna be selling lots of stuff, including some Neo Zeons for those who didn't get one and still want to get in on it. Okay, now this is supposed to be, there's undergates on that, so I gotta make sure I get those first. Always pay attention to the manual, because not every piece is gonna be undergated, but some of them will be. And if you have an undergate in the way, then you're really gonna have a tough time trying to get that part on. Okay.
Look, Syd and I haven't watched Game of Thrones, so we don't have much to say. Sorry, I'm gonna watch it. I have season 1, so I'm just waiting for the opportune time.
Yeah. Okay. Next step here is I'm going to kind of bend this down this way. Good thing I loosened this up. Look how bendy this thing is. That is cool. And I'll get the next couple parts I need. So I need D2 and 831. Here's D2. And there are undergates on these too, the manual says. So I'll take care of that. 831.
Well, we'd love to go to one of the cons, but maybe in the future we'll get lucky and Scott will send us.
That's right. Just go to the HLJ booth and tell them you want to see us. Change that.
I'm not going to say what this one guy's comment was.
But you laughed, so it's good, right?
San Diego, which in German means Wales. Read the comment to see the rest.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anybody who speaks German
the shipping price for the HD Neo Xeon? It depends on where you are. I think to America it's between 100 to 150 US dollars.
That's not.
For
that box. Like,
yeah, it's huge.
For that box. Yeah.
But you know, just on the HLJ website, just add it to your card, and on the right you can see the shipping cost to wherever you live.
Okay. Pushing this on here. Watch your thumb doesn't push this piece off as you're trying to push this on. Straighten it back up again. I've got one leg. What are we looking at for time? 30 minutes? That's not terrible. I don't know if I'm going to hit the second leg right now. I think I might try and go back, continue on with like the arms or something, because I just showed them a leg. Well, I showed them another one kind of thing, right? We'll show you how it moves though. Like the whole upper leg actually bends on its own, so you get this much movement out of it already, and then the knee joint works, right? So you're getting a lot of motion in this frame. It's actually quite cool. Put that to the side there. Okay, let's skip the second leg really quickly here. I can always come back to that. Ooh, what's this? I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I think it might be a torso. So I need parts A7 and A5 and A6 and A4. So here's A7 and A5. I'll cut those out first so I don't confuse them with the A6 and the A4. That would be disastrous. Make a mistake on live television. Never live it down. Actually, I'm waiting to hear those comments later on. Because I do make mistakes. And what piece is this? This is off of the frame. This is this guy now. For a torso frame, it's kind of simple, especially for an RG. It's like just this block. That's all. Okay, is that all? Really? I am meant to kind of push this up here. Let's be careful.
Some guys said here
just kind of
only
bend it a little bit.
Sorry. The only thing I could think of that would match the Neo Xeon box was the Titanfall Collector's Edition I bought. Sweet.
Did you see that box, the Titanfall Collector's Edition box?
Was that the huge one?
It was just ridiculous. You're like, is that a game or is that a car or it's just huge. Kudos to you for dropping that much money on something you like.
I've played Titanfall and it's a good game, but those mechs are awesome, and I think Square Enix has a toy out at the moment. But,
yeah,
I think it's Sideshow. No, it was 3A. Was it 3A?
Somebody's got the license for Titanfall stuff, so we're gonna start to see some pretty nice Titanfall things. Okay, dropping this on from the top, like so. It doesn't make that snapping sound because the RG frame is soft, so you're just gonna have to kind of push it on until you're satisfied that you got it all the way. Get on there, like so. Well, there he is right now. A14, A15. Where are you, buddy? How many people on this live stream watched our last one?
Well, now we're at 186, and I think I have a troll here, so I'm gonna get rid of him.
I know last time on the live stream, people were saying, "Oh, well, all I hear is that plastic," because, well, let's face it, the Neo Xeon was just a whole big box of full of plastic bags. This time I tried to make the point of taking everything out of the bag first, so you're not going to hear much plastic moving around. Hopefully. Now these two tiny pieces are going to go together like so. Almost looks like a little cockpit in there, eh? And this actually snaps onto the frame here. So where are you, buddy? Like this. And I should do this before I forget. Yep. That turns this way, and this drops in here like this. So it definitely looks like some form of cockpit. But I don't think we get a pilot figure here. I haven't actually looked at the runner in too much detail. A19.
Someone's asking about the HG Zeta recall and how it affected us. Bandai was really good. They notified us. They took the kits off our hands, and they'll send I think we've contacted everyone who ordered from us. Yeah. But yeah, I think Bandai says it's going to take about a month.
Bandai did really, really well. As soon as they realized it, they made a full press release and told us, send everything you got back, and they're going to send us, instead of just sending us a part or anything like that, they're sending us completely new stuff. So, that's good.
Actually, this guy, he brings up a good point, Blue Comet. Like, he's talking about Bandai and the rights for Pacific Rim, and we were also thinking at the office, like, why did Bandai not get the rights for those kits? Because that would have been, like, big business for them, and I would have loved to have one of those kits.
But do you know why they didn't get it?
Because they didn't know it was coming out.
It might be like movies. Movies don't always appear in Japanese theaters quickly. There's some gap sometimes, and they usually wait to see how it performs internationally before they decide to spend the money to pick up the rights, kind of thing. And I suspect that's kind of what happened. They just kind of waited to see, because games like Call of Duty and Battlefield, they sell here and everything, but they're not.
Monster Hunter sells.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to that kind of stuff. So if they wait too long to see the result.
But Bandai did get some good rights, and that's to Star Wars. Yeah, they got the rights.
They did spend the money where it counted, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen, but if you go to HobbyLink TV, there's a post with all the toys announced at a Tokyo event, and there is a huge Star Destroyer by Bandai. It looks super exciting, so check it out.
Something Fine Molds actually didn't do was make things like the Star Destroyer, as far as I know.
No, they didn't make the Star Destroyer.
That does look pretty great. Okay, I'm just cutting more parts off to see right here. It's kind of a pink. Salmon pink, would you say? I don't know.
The one guy says, I saw your very first live stream. That's when I was testing it, and people just stared at my face for 5 minutes.
Saw Ryan's face. Yeah.
And then I was looking at the comments, and I was like, what? Can people see me?
Yeah, he was all red-faced when he came out of the office at that time.
I was picking my nose and taking off my shirt. Just didn't know.
Didn't know. Oh, you knew Ryan. You liked it. You liked being watched.
Yeah.
Sticking that
Got
in
me
there.
all excited.
Like so. There he is so far. Okay, now it looks like I gotta go into some small parts here. C14 and C30. I didn't get this kit as early as I would have liked. I usually like a chance to kind of look through the manual and kind of plan my attack, kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. I didn't get that with this kit because it came in so late, or a little bit later than normal. Didn't have it in my hands right away. Which meant I had a short lunch.
Bandai took over the rights from Fine Molds.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Yeah, if you look at the post, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff, but the big thing is the huge Star Destroyer. I just hope that it's a proper kit like the Millennium Falcon, the big one I almost finished. Because I did build a Bandai Star Trek kit, like pre-painted with LEDs inside, and the fit was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. You're
like
that
a
tiny
proper
thing.
kit.
Don't cut off these little circles here, alright? Don't do it. Don't cut off those little circles. You'd be in trouble. C-22. Where are you, buddy? Here we go.
So you guys talking about that? There's a Lego Star Destroyer. It's Rokuman.
Yeah.
$600.
I've seen that thing. It's awesome.
I love.
Oh, you've seen that on the web, of course. People built their own without, having to get a set. They just went ahead and built their own.
Yeah.
That's pretty exceptional. Okay, now I have to get this tiny little kind of trap door thing, cockpit door, into this hollow here, and there's not much room to work with. So I probably should have got some tweezers or something. Make my life a little easier. Fail there on my part.
I mean, I think the Bandai kits, one guy's asking if they'll be snap fit for Star Wars. And
I don't believe...
Bandai's not a big glue company.
They're not...
Because they also realize like they can sell a hell of a lot more Star Destroyers if it's not like heavy into the glue.
I guess that they got all that experience with the Battleship Yamato and stuff like that. It's not like it's a huge departure for them to make a snap fit. Okay, although they have to, I think they have to cater to a lot of the old school Star Wars fans that are very, very competent with glue. So we might see both actually. Okay, so here's a little doorway. Let's make sure it closes. It closes. This will open and close when you want it to. I just want to make sure it's secured in there before I actually put it onto the frame here. And we put it on here just in front of the cockpit. Like this.
Someone's asking how many runners were in this kit. 8? 9?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 runners.
8 if you count the white hands. And then most of this pink, of course. It's really, really light pink. You're going to be using on the torso, and that's it. So we'll be done with the Sea Runner. A lot of it soon enough. Put that in the back.
What do you think about this? So clearing nubs from RGs, I hear using sandpaper isn't recommended.
I wouldn't use it on like the frame, but I think on normal plastic it would be fine. Just go slowly. You can use a finer grit if you are worried about some details coming off. You don't have to use like the 400 grit. You can use 1000. Okay, now.
Someone's asking about premium Bandai kits. We don't sell them. Bandai premium online
Bandai
store.
specifically does that so they can avoid retailers like us.
I was asking about the Destiny beta. You gonna get it?
Yeah. You know how much time I have for games now, Ryan? That would be like none. So I think I'll be building RGs for the next couple weeks anyway.
Actually, that Gundam tank I built, it wasn't glue, was it? A little bit of glue.
Some of it was.
Some of it
no?
was glue. Yeah,
I mean,
some of it. No.
All the original Gundam kits from way back when used to be glue.
Remember when I built that classic kit and it just didn't fit? Do you remember that big purple thing?
Ryan, I remember all of your failures.
That was...
C7 and C8.
I'll say one thing about the Destiny beta. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get the game. It's just another sci-fi shooter. Like, I mean, what is so amazing about it? It looks good, but...
What's the new MMO
like Halo
thing?
Is it an MMO? No, that's...
Are we talking about the same thing, Ryan?
Destiny beta. I
got
think
my
you can
thoughts.
play 1 of 4 people in a team.
You'll get corrected in a minute if you're wrong.
I will
So,
for sure. I'm just waiting.
Just get ready. Here it comes. Okay. And more tabs here, right? Not so much pegs on this kit, but lots of tabs. So let's make sure we get those lined up. You can see that's where the arm is going to plug in. Completely different from normal RGs, the way the arms will attach.
Yeah, Destiny beta is open to anyone, not just America.
Ryan's a big gamer.
Someone
He'll-
says, yeah, yes,
he'll
right. We
fill you
all
in.
remember your failures. Damn you.
Dun, 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 dun. They're all preserved on YouTube for all
Forever.
eternity, or until something replaces the internet. And there's the back right there.
Someone said, whoa, I just won $50 in a scratch of watching you guys. That is a sign, yeah.
Yeah, lucky day. It's your lucky day.
Get on Lotto. Sorry, 3 in team only. And one guy agrees that the hype of Destiny is stupid, in my opinion.
Okay, Ryan, whatever you say.
It looks, I mean, it looks good, but it just looks like, I don't know, did you ever play the Halo multiplayer?
Yeah, at some point I must have.
It just looks like that.
Putting on the little vents here. That's very much looking like a Zgook now, isn't it? Don't you think? I think so.
Ah, it is an MMO, but you can play totally alone if you want.
That sounds like.
That's what the Old
nice,
Republic said. And that's not how I felt.
Slogging through the Star Wars universe by yourself.
Well, someone said it's taken them 8 years. When you hear that something takes 8 years, you know, like, ooh.
17. I'm just getting the parts I need for the top here. That'll be the head, I'm sure. Yep. Next, yes.
Someone says I should be building an HGG in.
The Gyan. Everybody should be building alongside me. Just not building the same thing, because you know, I'm
Destiny is just a
preview.
reskinned Halo without the Master Chief. I agree. And you know what? I like the Master Chief.
So, number 1. Let's put that in here. Angled forward.
If you play it, you'll
And
love it.
then number 2.
Ooh, this is a burn. It's like the hype for Titanfall. Hey, it sold a few
Titanfall-
Xbox Ones.
Titanfall kind of delivered, though, don't you think? Compared to.
I mean,
well,
the 6-on-6 was its downfall. Like,
I think that it
you
did
know,
what it was
it's all
supposed to
the-
do, though. I mean, unlike
but-
that other first-person shooter that I'm still trying to play but cannot do it.
well, it
Right.
plays like it played out the box, but you know, killing like NPCs for points, like, they needed at least 32 players and destructible buildings. Because if you're running around with huge titans, like you want to feel.
Yeah, that
Like you're
destroying stuff.
smashing
Oh, look at that.
everything.
That's snapped right in place there. Okay. Now my seam at the back is much better. Let's put on the front here.
Project Cars looks sick. What's Project Cars? It sounds familiar. Is that the new racing game?
You're out of your league, Ryan.
I know. I thought you might know. You're
PR,
a big racing
PRS2
guy.
or whatever? Project Cars 2? I'm more excited for Drive Club. That one looks phenomenal. Have you seen the latest video with the weather effects? The rain? It looks good. Okay. What do you think so
Yeah.
far? Yeah.
It's coming along.
It is a Zgook. Zgook. All right, now the fun part begins. I gotta make the eye, so I think that's 812 here. Make sure I don't cut out the wrong part. Looks very much like a kind of a Zaku eye there.
Someone saying, is Ryan or Syd a racing game fan? Syd, what game?
Oh, Gran Turismo I've played far too much of in my life.
Syd's a master.
Every single one of them. Get all my licenses in gold. Collect every car. Oh, look at this little piece here.
Dirt 3 for me. I loved Dirt 3.
Dirt 3 looks great.
Yeah,
didn't it?
it was a sexy, beautiful, fun game.
Okay, so before I put the lens on, there's a lens, by the way. It's very tiny. It's very tiny. I need a sticker. So one time and I put a sticker on. This is a very kind of, how do you say, metallic-y type of color for the eye. There it is. There's my eye.
Do you know what this is? What impression do you guys have of Tomino's Jiroku? Jireku.
Well, isn't Tomino one of the guys who wrote, oh man.
One guy says, I'm drinking Russian stout as I watch this. Is that 6 a.m. or 6 p.m.?
Okay, here's the head. Right there. Easy enough to just kind of drop on here. The eye anyway. There's my eye. And the eye tilts up and down. So you got that kind of motion too. It'll be interesting to see how you can kind of move that eye around once the top part of the head is on. A couple more parts for the chest and it's almost done. C20,
Fave
C19.
car, guys. Mine's a Porsche 959. What do I use it?
Mine is the Pagani Zonda R. That is my favorite car of all time. I like the F though. I like the Zonda F, but the R is.
The new Nissan GTR is. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah,
It's sexy.
those are great.
It's sexy. Mazda 787B.
That is a not LMP. That's like a Le Mans car that raced in like what, the early 80s? It's the orange and green one. Go rotary.
I'm eating a burrito.
Join us for our live stream. We have burritos.
One guy says I'm having a coffee, another guy's having a burrito, another guy's having a beer.
Nice. I had to cut my lunch short because of this live stream. I hope everybody understands and appreciates that.
When Sid falls down from hunger. Sauber C9 and
That's another
Skyline R34.
That's another LMP type. The Sauber C9, Sauber Mercedes. Those are all cars you've raced from Gran Turismo.
I'm going to be coming to Japan for the first time next Monday. Do you know of any good stores for Gundam in Tokyo?
Yeah. Go to Akihabara.
Besides Yodobashi.
Oh, besides Yodobashi. Well, if you're going to Akihabara, you don't have to go to Yodobashi. They still have like, oh man, what's the name of that one?
Look, there's a lot of stores in Akihabara.
Yeah. Anywhere in Akihabara, you'll just walk along the street and you'll see stacks of them outside the door, and then you have to go up the escalators to the 4th floor and see even more stacks. So.
You have to dodge all the maid cafe girls trying to pass you little flyers.
Or you head right towards them. Okay. Almost finished the head here.
RG Godzilla would be funny.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe Bandai should start doing that for.
Well, they do have rights for to make the SH figure arts or whatever. So it's not like they don't have the rights, but.
One guy says, I'm having chicken adobo. Adobo. I guess that's some kind of.
Aren't you a cook, Ryan?
I've never look at that spelling.
So I was originally thinking that the clear part would lay inside here like this, but that's not the case. You actually have to put it here on the neck piece. It's the necklace Gundam, but we'll put that right there. And then we'll drop this.
Yellow Submarine in Akihabara has everything you'll need.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine's pretty good.
What's that other big, like you can buy all the retro kits, but also the limited edition kits? There's one in Akihabara, there's one in Shibuya.
Hmm?
What's the name?
I forgot.
Popcorn.
I could use some of that. We need a gopher. I could say, get me some popcorn.
I'm eating caramel popcorn with jelly beans, says CRZ Ninja Man. That sounds good.
Jelly beans?
Sounds pretty good.
I gotta take off these other beans that I neglected. I had my chocolate for the day already.
Oh, I forgot.
I had homemade brownies. They're awesome. Made with tofu, yeah. Not like it started, but very good. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah, it's coming along.
Little bit of motion here this way.
Okay, so in an hour, Sid has basically done the torso and the head. which is pretty good going, yeah?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
And you've also built the, what was that other part?
I built a leg. I built a whole leg already.
Oh, there's soft map. That's a bit.
Sobi City, yeah. Sobi City's got like.
Yeah.
They used to have.
Oh, Mandrake.
Yeah, Mandarake.
That's the Mandarake. Yeah, Mandarake. They have some incredible, bloody expensive stuff, but they have a huge collection.
Sobi City used to have a booth where the people who make models for Dengeki Hobby would make models, and you could watch them build and paint model kits. I'm not sure if they still do that anymore because they stopped for a while. But okay, now anybody who's built the RG Exia will recognize this by turning this thing sideways and then grabbing this these skirt frame pieces. You're essentially assembling the skirt the same way you did with the Exia. So I brought this in here. And this one's supposed to line up with this side.
See, someone's talking about horror games for PC, and I played Metro 2033 with headset on in the dark, and that game...
Did you get scared, Ryan?
I got scared, especially when you're outside and you have this face mask and all you can hear is your breathing.
Yeah.
I just turned it off and said, nah.
Oh, you're a wimp.
Yeah, the game achieved what it needed to achieve.
You know, I have fond memories of the very first Silent Hill for the PlayStation. Because that was one of the games that really utilized the vibration controller. Like when you would bludgeon this little demon thing, every time you hit it with the bat, the controller would shake. And when your heart was beating, the controller would shake. Bump, 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 bump. And I thought that was cool. I'm trying to line this up, but I don't know if it matters.
Okay, says I'm eating tomato, mozzarella, and pesto pizza, and a Red Bull at 7:55 in the morning.
Everybody sounds like they have cool lives.
Yeah, not like mine.
Okay.
I'm just sitting at work, talking,
watching a computer screen with a gun in your hand.
My life sucks.
You need to do this more often.
Dead Space is awesome. Yeah, Dead Space is awesome. But I did play. What's the DLC for Battlefield 4? The Cops and Robbers DLC. Oh, it's a full game. Sorry, Hardline. Yeah, it's the game they're gonna charge us for.
That's right. It's not a DLC. That's a whole new game that could just be an add-on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. But
yeah, right. That's the whole point of you bringing up that line.
Yeah, I just want to say that, like, look, it was fun, but why must I spend $70?
Here's my conspiracy theory regarding that.
Yeah.
When they first brought out Battlefield 4, people were freaking out that there was no M16A3, just the M16A4 burst variant. My theory is that they intentionally left the M16A3 out of Battlefield 4 in order to put it into Hardline, so anybody who really wanted to get back to that weapon would consider buying that.
But game. Is that for the realism? Because
no, it's just because that was the best weapon in the whole Battlefield 3 game. Come on, there you go. There's my front skirt. He wears short skirts, this guy. He's very popular with his short skirts.
Anyone seen the Superpower Beatdown Punisher versus Red Hood? I have no idea.
I'm way out of my league now.
Do you guys play Maxi Boost at the arcades in Japan?
I don't go to the arcades in Japan.
I went to a retro arcade in Akihabara just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It had like all the Double Dragon and
you know,
and like R-Type and the worst thing was it was still like $1 to play these games, and I'm like, what?
That's how they get you. Okay, I'm gonna work on the center block here. I think this skirt's gonna be done really, really quickly, so we'll see how it goes here. E13 and E12 while I'm here. Here's E13 and E12.
I would pay extra for an MG Kshatriya. You probably would.
You would have to. You would have to pay quite a bit extra compared to what you normally pay for an MG. It's coming as an RE100, I'm pretty sure, so.
Hold on, Lies said the AN94 was the beast. The
the AN94 was
awesome. The broken OP gun of choice from X-Kit.
The AN94 was the stuff right there. I fully agree with that. However, you can't argue that it was used more than the M16A3. I like the AUG. That's the one I used all the time. Okay.
Yeah, one guy says
I miss
Japan at
the
least
A94.
still has arcades. Yeah, overseas it's very rare, but here it's super popular. There's like arcades everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That front skirt actually went on really, really easy. Normally when you try to do this kind of sandwich style on the RG frame, you're using like really small parts and it's really difficult, like for example the Exia. But the Zgok, no problem, just snap, snap, done. Although I probably held it too close to my face like this and you guys didn't see anything. My apologies for that. I'm just going to do the back of the skirt now.
One guy says, I just cut off one guy here at the bar. He said, why are you watching them playing with that toy?
Nice.
You're watching this in a bar.
You're kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because they have Wi-Fi, streaming.
Heard of Maine. The internet is... Actually, another place I went to in Akihabara was a retro game shop where you could buy all the old like...
Yeah. The old NES or Famicom
NES,
or whatever. Dreamcast.
The Nintendo Boy, whatever it was called.
Game Boy.
Like, Game Boy. It was insane. And some of them were quite pricey. I was like,
Well,
this must be super rare.
Yeah, well, not rare, just in good condition
Yeah.
too, right? Some of them can be like still in the package. All right, so I think I'm done with pretty much the main part of the suit here. Here's my Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Zgok. I'm gonna move on to the arms now. Actually, I gotta get the backpack. So hold on, before I get too far ahead of myself. Let me do the backpack. So need a couple of these. We're gonna do 2 of these.
3 hands.
That's how I built so quickly. 828.
Oh, this is pretty cool. One guy says Glacius X2. I own Killer Instinct 2 and Violent Storm arcade machines.
In your basement?
Nice.
It's the only place you can have those
Oh,
things.
I remember Killer Instinct in the day.
Yeah, that was a good one. Do you remember Golden Axe?
Yeah,
I
love
played
that game.
far too much Golden Axe. I can admit that.
Let's just say it hasn't aged well.
Oh, Golden Axe. You were always my favorite. Just want to make sure I get this lined up. This is a very distinct mold here to make sure that you are lining it up properly. So there's no way you'll mistake this with the way they've molded this. Although I'll give it my best shot here to make a mistake.
Says, well, looks like we don't need to see any comparison between the RG Zugok and the HGUC Zugok.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because they don't compare? Because the RG is just so much better? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, I watched the new Appleseed Alpha
Yeah?
movie. I
Mhm.
was telling Sid about it.
Uh-huh.
And it's by the guys that did Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
And I'm just blown away by the animation. And also I love sci-fi stuff. But I recommend, if anyone hasn't seen it, try find it.
There's another little fan. Whip through the water there. These will turn, of course, although there's no kind of gimmick to make that happen. You just kind of do it yourself. Okay.
Hey Sid, any ETA in September for the MG-OYW RX-78 animation color? You haven't heard of them? What is pinball?
September. In September.
Back in my day, someone says.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, I was playing a PS2. I had an iPhone when I was 5.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's back in the Disney. It's quite different now.
Hey, if you go to your local hobby or comic shop, you can ask them to open an account with Bluefin. I work at a comic shop outside Philae. It's a pretty cool job. Kanga says the Appleseed movie was amazing. That hair, yeah, her hair. Actually, the main, what's the main girl's name? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, she had amazing hair.
Okay. You mean animated hair, or you just like her style?
Amazing animated, flowing,
Okay.
blonde hair,
Okay.
and a very revealing.
I thought you just fallen in love with a comic book cartoon and character again.
No, I haven't been here that long.
Uh, I was looking at this and wondering how this goes together. Now, this tab on this side is a different length than this tab on this side, so it's very easy to see which side is supposed to go where. You won't make the mistake of putting something on the wrong side, or you shouldn't anyway. You're free to make mistakes, though. Everybody is.
Somebody's talking about this Knights of Sidonia kits from Kotobukiya. And I mean, I love the style of the Knights of Sidonia.
They haven't brought them on the show yet.
No, we have not. We don't have that many. and they sell out pretty quick. But there was a huge one, but I'm not sure if we got it. Somebody's saying, when do you think the next 3.0 is? I would love to have a 3.0, but I think I made my feelings clear last time that I don't know if we're ever going to see another 3.0.
I think we will, and I think it's going to be Zaku. I think they kind of have to go through that progression, like with every single one of them, right? That's how it's been with the RG. That's how it's been with other lines. First you get the normal Gundam, and then you get the Char Zaku. So don't be surprised if you see the Char Zaku.
Back in my day, we played on this is a comment, we played on the Polish version of the Famicom. It was called the Pegasus.
Nice. I like that name.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like it.
Well, any idea what the next RG will be, Syd?
No, I have no idea. I'm kind of confused about that actually. Like which direction Bandai wants to go with those.
Actually, that looks cool.
It's cool, and check this out. They will actually move.
Oh, that is.
But they only move to a certain distance, so that they won't swing around. They'll only go this far, and they kind of have to move together. So when you're in the water, oh, he's going this way now. Oh, time to turn. Oh, he's going this way now. Just like a fish, you know.
The detail is really incredible.
Oh, yeah,
looking
awesome.
at this, it is
Cool.
Probably don't see it that much on the camera, but
Well, we'll try to get some close-ups here.
Yeah, we'll get some photos later.
We have to have that middle ground between what I can see to build and what we can show you, kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
Okay, now it looks like I'm on the arms here. So let me go back finally to this big framey here, and we'll go B7.
Sorry, the female in Appleseed is named Dunan.
You watched it,
FYI, the cyborg is. God, I just watched this a lot. I don't know. Briareus?
Nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds.
I just watched this stuff. Actually, I got partway through, and then my wife came in, and then my daughter was crying. So I'm gonna watch the rest of the night, though. From what I saw, it was freaking awesome.
Okay, let me just squeeze out this little frame part here. Little nub.
Oh wait, Super Frog was on the Omega.
I played Mousetrap on the Gemini. That's all I gotta say. I can make sure I remove all these last ones.
Well, in Africa, I had a knockoff like Nintendo or something.
Did you even have a television?
Yeah, we had a TV, but then there was like some. It wasn't even called a Nintendo, and it had Mario on it and everything, and Bomberman.
Okay, so once again, look at this RG frame. Look at this thing can do. Wow, ooh. That is crazy.
Oh, that is super.
That is awesome. Everybody dance now, and this turns, of course. Loosen this up here as well. I'm impressed with this frame. Really impressed.
I like the Zugock's gopher teeth.
So
yeah. It's a chipmunk.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
wow,
so
well done. It's only been a bit over an hour, and
now we're doing good.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can get. I'll turn this way. Wow. Although once you move this like around, it kind of doesn't seem straight, and you're wondering if it's out of alignment when you put the next bunch of armor parts on.
Dunan. I think Dunan.
Whatever you say. I can't argue.
We need the phonetic spelling.
You need something.
Gypsy Danger, Plamo, when? Someone
Oh,
asks.
I so badly want anything from Pacific.
Could you
Rim as a
email
snack for a
Bandai
kid.
in Japan?
Oh yeah, me and Bandai, we're like this.
Yeah. No, not you, sir. Could someone else email us? Because I think they just ignore us now.
It's possible.
Do a little dance, someone replies.
Okay. I'll get the first pieces off here. So I've turned this the correct way. And then
Someone says, is it me or is it just quiet? Turn up your volume. We have
Well,
maxed out our
maybe
volume.
I'm just not talking enough because I'm fully concentrating much more than I had to do on the Neo Xeon. That one I could.
I'm from Seattle, love the show. And
I love
go
Seattle.
Hawks.
I love Seattle. Very nice city.
What?
Very beautiful.
Let's go by it, really. Turn up your volume.
I thought we already went through the I've adjusted.
We went.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Atari 2,600 Space Invaders.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I approve this message. Have a good game. 27, 28. Over here. Got some undergate to remove here, so.
Maybe we can get the guy's dad who works at Nintendo
To contact Bandai.
to contact Bandai.
Hey.
So,
Small world.
what's your favorite GM?
Who?
GM?
The gym?
Just GM.
Yeah.
What's your favorite GM?
I just like the normal basic grunt one. That's my favorite one. Anyway. This one goes on here like so. Anyway.
One guy says it's 11 p.m. and he just got off work.
Oh,
If it's night
unwind.
shift.
Have a beer and watch
Yeah,
some
put up your
TV.
feet.
There you go. It's interesting that none of these blue parts that you'll find on the Sea Runner, they don't actually have undergates. But the way this seam is molded, some of the runner will be left over in there. Now I'm going quickly, which is why you can see this right now. But normally I'd actually have to take my knife or cutters and try to trim those down before I keep going. But because we're like, in somewhat of a rush, I feel like I want to get as much done as I can before we run out of time. I'm not going to do that yet.
Regarding the sound, we realize now that if we just talk directly into the microphone like this, you can hear us perfectly. But the problem is Syd has to use his cutters.
Yeah. Is there a solution?
We're trying our best now to talk into this huge mic.
I don't know if there's an adequate solution, Ryan. I have to find the perfect placement. Remember, this is only the second time we've done this, so we're ironing out bugs as we go. You're going to have to put that down on the table. They're not going to hear me at all if you have it up there.
Stat Chaser says it's 2 a.m. here and I should probably be in bed, but screw it.
All right, I'm down with that.
Live a little, mate. I don't go to bed at 2 o'clock anymore. I'm with my daughter. I'm in bed early. If I go to bed at 2 and she wakes up at 6, Daddy ain't happy.
Nobody's happy. Okay, I'm moving on here to C26. C26, C29. Where are you, buddy? There's C29. And A35. I'll get that off here too. Do our best. Okay. I always find myself having to keep referencing the manual to make sure this is pointed the right way because it's completely new to me, this whole thing. What are you laughing at, Ryan?
That was when I talk directly into the mic. I just get all these comments now. My ears!
Exactly.
My ears!
They've all,
Sorry,
cranked,
guys.
up,
Sorry,
they've all
guys.
cranked up the volume so they can hear us, and you're now yelling in their ears.
We can't win today, Syd.
Wow.
We just can't win.
You're just being a jerk.
We'll try to get some wireless. Well, audio is one of the hardest things to get
I think
right.
so. We're more focused on trying to make sure the video works so you guys can actually see what we're doing. Come on, okay. See the back of the elbows here. If that, I guess that's what that is. Allows you to get this bend. I mean, it's the front. This must be the front of the elbows. So you're only gonna get that much motion out of the arm in that direction, which is still pretty good. Still pretty good. Okay, get some big parts here. D5 and D6. I'm getting excited because I want to build these hands with these claws, all Wolverine style.
What music do you listen to build faster?
Metal.
Metal. Speed metal.
Oh, I use
Thrash metal.
I use metal no matter
Death
what I'm
metal.
doing. Yeah, no matter what I'm doing, all metal all the time. It's not quite true, but I do like my metal.
Would you do a live build of the Liger? No. Because that'll take a long time.
Yeah. Okay, we're dropping this on here. Like so. Nice. Look at this. And now they're saying like this has to come down this way. I don't think it's too important, but we'll do that. And they have 2 pieces left on what this guy looks like.
Fun little fact.
I'm listening.
Bandai's American distributor Bluefin has a sales rep named Casval.
Yeah? That's kind of cool, I guess.
That Chaser says, and I like it, are you guys going to stream more often? This is pretty cool to watch live, especially with the interaction.
Yeah, the interaction is the cool part as far as I'm concerned. I mean, as much as we all like Gundam, maybe sometimes watching somebody struggle to put one together might not be all that enjoyable, but at least you kind of get to do it all together. Right? Yeah, there's my arm. It's pretty funky.
Oh, cool. We got an arm.
I got an arm, but I got to make a hand. So I'm gonna grab the B runner again. I mentioned these before. It's called the iron nail, and you actually build both at the same time. But we'll build one for right now. Just see how far we get. I can always come back to it later.
The new Petalable kit someone is asking about. I think they're coming probably in 2 months' time. The Petalable.
September release. The Ingram? Isn't it September release maybe? Okay, let's start by bending these down. And there's actually little tabs here, so be careful you don't cut them off when you're bending this down like this. You want me to deafen people as well, Ryan?
We have someone, his username is Boy from, I guess, Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
I lived in Melbourne for 10 years, and it's an amazing place.
Talk about it.
Yeah, Melbourne is
there.
Is an awesome city.
Yeah. I've been hoping to go to Australia one of these days.
Yeah, you should.
I know, so everybody tells me. Okay, so I've put that in there like so. See, it's got these little stubby fingers right now, but don't worry. Time for you to have a manicure. We're going to put some nails on you. I'm going to do some nail art here.
This is pretty good. I should be building my Neo Zeong, but instead I'm watching Syd building.
You can always go back to the old live stream and just build the Neo Zeong with me when it comes time, right?
Syd, any RG build fighters coming out?
That's the thing. Like people ask me which RG we're gonna see next, and I can't really answer because they can focus on trying to get protagonist suits out, or they can focus on series. And if the Build Fighter series is still around, still popular, like I could see them doing one, but there's so many other kits that they haven't done yet, which I would like to see first. So I don't have any idea if, when, what's coming in the next RG. Anything's possible, of course, with Bandai. Okay, so here's my little claws. Not so bad, eh?
I'm not doing a speed build competition with Syd, because I will lose.
Now, one thing I need to mention here is I've just built the, how do you say, the three-pronged iron nail. This claw is called the iron nail. But what you can see here is that they give you the option, it looks like. This is 054. Okay, this is 054 with this frame, and you can build this nail, or it looks like you can do the iron nail 4 nails as an option, 05-5, and you can actually put this frame part together. It's part of the A runner. Drop it into that piece, and then put the nails on. Now you don't have enough of the F1 nails to do both at the same time, so you have to choose one. So right now I'm going to go with the one that uses the RG frame, but I could always come back after and try to do the second one and swap it out after. So maybe the other side I'll do that one. We'll see what happens.
And Boy says, Syd, you inspired me to get back into model building. Just finished the Shenanju version car titanium finish.
Send me pictures. I love that kit. I love that kit. It's probably the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful just kits all around. Because the Shenanju, of course, aesthetically, it's beautiful to look at. But that titanium finish, like you saw the one last week on the HG kit, the MG kit is just stunning. Now this is going to have to drop on from the top here, like this. There you go. Like this. There is my ZGOG arm. You can see these will close and open. Remember, this is the 3 and not the 5. Like that. Maybe I will look at building the 4-pronged one right now too, and we'll compare them. So I need the A parts for that.
One guy says, nah, Sydney is better than Melbourne.
What?
I lived in Sydney for 5 years.
Okay.
Well, Sydney is different. Like,
which
Sydney
one did you
is
live in first, though?
Sydney.
Okay. And then why'd you leave?
I went to study in Melbourne.
Okay. All right.
Sydney's different. I think Melbourne feels a bit smaller, so more cozy. Sydney was a big city. But the harbour area is...
Sydney?
Yeah, it's incredible.
I hear nothing but...
I was there for the Olympics in 2000, and the fireworks over the harbour bridge, yeah, it was pretty sweet.
You're going to be here for the Olympics in 2020, Ryan?
Yes, and we'll be holding hands and singing.
We'll be live streaming
Kumbaya, yeah.
Oh. Don't make me walk around. There's already too many people in Tokyo. I don't want to be here when the Olympics come.
We might get some Olympic Gundams from Bandai.
Oh, I imagine there might be some promotions.
This is pretty cool. Do Urden. I'm looking to try to make my honeymoon in Japan. We both love Gundam and GunPla. Hope we can make it and get to see a lot of Japan and Gundam. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you love Gundam,
Odaiba.
Odaiba.
We have the big 1-1. Okay, this isn't the RG frame type hand, but it's basically the same. It's got the same joints, so you can see this one's the 4-pronged one. And I probably put it on upside down. I just realized all the parts I put on upside down.
Someone from Adelaide jumped in and said Adelaide is smaller and really just has good food. Yeah, Adelaide has a wonderful food festival.
I was going to say...
Yeah, I've been to Adelaide a few
Australia
times. That's
fight.
a nice city.
Australian fight. Sydney's better. No.
Ryan, what could you tell me about Golden Week? What do you guys do?
I try not to do anything because it's Golden Week. You can travel, and Golden Week is usually one of those holidays where people try to go and either leave the country to travel or go and see family, which means that if you're trying to travel at the same time, there is a crap load of people on the same bus or train or airplane as you. So I tend to not go anywhere if it's possible.
I go to my wife's in-laws' place, which is near Kanagawa.
You're part of the problem. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's and I do nothing.
Yeah.
I do nothing. I go to the park. It's also bloody hot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Golden Week? Golden
What
Week?
am I thinking about? I'm thinking about Obon. Yeah, Golden Week is nice. But yeah, it's just crazy.
But you do the
Everything
same
is
thing for
crazy.
Obon, don't you?
I do.
There, see? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm from Perth, and there's barely anything here. Actually, when I first went to Australia, I stayed in Perth, and I always wanted to move back to Perth. Perth has the most amazing beaches. But they have this huge mining boom, so it's become crazily expensive to stay there.
It seems like Australia is just getting more expensive all around regardless of where you are.
Is there a Gundam hotel near Tokyo? I've heard of the Gundam.
There's a cafe, of course. People know about the cafe. I don't think there's a hotel though. If there is, I haven't heard about it, and I should.
Gladius says, do you guys know Polish food? Yeah, actually, I had some Polish flatmates in Sydney.
Okay.
And on Christmas, was it New Year's, we had that special fish and the vegetables. It was good.
I don't have that experience.
Yeah.
I know a lot of...
They drank a lot.
I know a lot of Polish people. When I was in Canada, I was working for a company that handled wood flooring and stuff, and a lot of the guys who did the installations of wood floors were Polish, and I don't know why. Like, it has anything to do with nationality, but they were quite good at their job. Here's the installing that kind of hardwood flooring is difficult. There's the 4-pronged one. I don't know. What do you think? 3-prong, 4-prong? Do we have a preference? No? I'll go with 3.
Well, we have to wait. There's a delay. So.
Yeah, of course.
Someone says, do you think there'll be any Gundam or anime in the Olympic opening ceremony?
You know what?
Maybe not.
I'm going to go the other way and say though. I don't know if it's going to be
There's so many. Every prefecture
Gundam,
has a character.
But I think you're going to see like some kind of you'll see anime stuff or the mascot thing. It's got to be something, right? Japan can't leave that stuff alone, so there should be something. Although that's still 6 years away or something, so anything.
Also, like in Japan, I mean, we deal with Gundam all the time. We think it's this huge thing, but like in Japan, it's just one of hundreds of series of.
I mean, of course, it has its following.
Yeah,
but
it's a huge following.
There's all those other things that have that
AKB48.
Evangelion is what I was thinking. Okay,
Okay,
Ryan,
first,
we know what you're thinking of.
3-prong, 4-prong. These are the replies. 3-prong, 3-prong.
Yep.
3-prong.
I'm
Looks
with
like
you.
people are preferring the 3-prong.
Yeah, I kind of agree with them. That's all I want. Get in the shot here so I can.
3 is the way to go.
You're gonna see me build the same hand again, but I'm gonna quickly whip through it, hopefully, because we have the experience now.
I'd give my left testicle. This is from a user.
Only the left one. Is that the bigger one or the smaller one?
RG Gundam Wing Kits.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's another series that has not yet been touched by the RG line. And I think that if they did go that way, and they did make an RG, even a wing, an RG Gundam wing, that would look fantastic. And it would probably sell unbelievably well. So, it would not surprise me if we see one of those.
Someone says another popular series in Japan: Pikachu, Pokemon,
Pocket Monsters.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
that Yokai Watch.
Yokai, oh god. Yokai Watch is the biggest thing right now. The biggest thing ever. Kids are lining up for hours outside the store in the hopes of trying to get one pack, because they limit one pack of these things to their kids. Yokai Watchi. Have people outside of Japan actually experienced the yokai yet?
Yeah, do you guys know what that is?
Because
It's this huge watch you buy, and then you buy these little...
you buy these little metals that you can swap in and out of the watch, and each one you plug in makes a noise based on the character that's on the metal, the yokai medoru. So kids are just, it's unbelievable. Go to any store, you won't find any of these metals around. They just snapped up. They sell on auction for 4 times the price of what they're retailing for. It gets kind of crazy.
Okay, someone asks a question that I need to answer. It's regarding the parts promotion.
Oh,
Now,
no.
we are gonna be giving out random parts for selected HG kits. The campaign will be turned on Friday, Japan. Go to the landing page. Make sure you read all about it. These are random parts, you can't choose which ones you want, and it's also based on limited quantity. So make sure you place your order for your HG kit, and make sure it's on the list, and make sure you ship it immediately.
Yeah, because the parts don't wait around, that's for sure.
Yeah, so
And
keep an eye on HRJ over the next couple of days, and you'll see more information about it on the site. Or subscribe to our newsletter and select Gundam, and you will get a newsletter in your inbox.
There you go, yeah.
So yeah, keep...
brought to you right away.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Let's see here. I've yet to mention, or I'm trying to get people to forget, but I still haven't assembled a foot yet, because I was having some issues with that, and I just started on this to make my life a little easier, but I'm going to have to eventually get back to that foot. So we'll talk about that when I get there.
When will the BB Neo Xeon be available again at HLJ? When Bandai decides to produce more?
Does it say on the site when the restock is? I can't remember if that's one of the ones that's listed.
I don't know.
I can understand why it's been so popular, because of course it's a fraction of the price of the HG one.
It just says back ordered now, so you
Yeah,
actually have to...
That means it's coming, but we don't know yet exactly.
Yeah, and if you want it, you kind of need to place an order so we know to tell Bandai to bring it back.
here. These arms are very similar to the hands, of course, or the legs, of course, but quite a bit easier to slap together, I find.
Yeah, people haven't heard about Yokai Watch. They're like, it looks like Dragon Quest.
No, you wait. You just wait. Actually, if you're lucky, you won't experience it.
Well, don't we have the arcade
model.
machines? Doesn't it tie into some game?
Yeah, well, it is an arcade game, but I don't know if that's the major premise of it. Like, it also has just dance music videos and yeah, I don't know where they're going with that, but all I know is they got a winner for some reason. For some reason, kids love it.
Yeah, it's cute,
it's
like Toys R Us.
It's absolutely insane. Like grandmas are lining up, buying one because they're only allotted one, and then they get back at the end of the line and try to buy it again. Like all these old ladies.
And we put up some promotion for it on our Japanese site.
Yeah.
And it was gone in like 4 minutes.
Yeah. But Bandai, for those who don't know, Bandai makes plastic models for the characters from Yokai, and those are much more readily available than the actual toy that's in the anime, the watch. But you can actually build a snap fit model if you're a Yokai fan. I think one comes in actually at the end of the month. Get in there. Oh, this way. Once again, look at that motion. Look at that range of motion. I guess I got just down here. Making good time now. I feel good about myself.
One store in America is selling the extra parts for 50 cents. That's wrong.
That's not what the campaign is.
The campaign, well, there's probably even a message from Bandai that says don't sell these.
I guess if they sell them, they can kind of offer people the chance to get which ones they want. But even so, it's kind of against the nature of the giveaway. Oh, I got undergate.
One guy says, I just placed the order. Look, mate, the campaign only starts tomorrow. Okay? You're not going to get it now. You have to wait until the banners are on the site.
Oh, we appreciate you.
Thanks, mate. Just wait. I'm freaking out now. I have to go sit down.
Ryan's going to run out there and look at the screen. What did I do?
Yes, the parts campaign is coming up. But keep an eye for the banners. The second the banners appear on our site tomorrow, you can go ahead and start ordering. This is like secret information just between you and me, you know? It's like, that's why you're watching the live stream.
That's right, you get the secret insider tips or something.
Yeah.
Why isn't this piece actually fitting the way the other ones did? Damn you, Bandai. That works fine. Why not this one?
Oh, guys, says at least Yokai Watch is better than the Angry Birds.
Well. Well.
There's some discussion going on about Bullfighters, which ones we like. I haven't actually watched much Bullfighters, but it's really popular.
I did like the Goo 435. I thought that was a good one. And the Wing Gun Finesse. When we talked terrible Italian last time. Finesse.
Oh, what was the film? Bastards. What was it?
Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards, when they do that wonderful, like, fake Italian.
Yes, Ryan.
We'll try go to Kara Hobby, but we have to see.
Kara Hobby isn't as exciting as like GunPla Expo or even Shizuoka Hobby shows and the model shows. For the most part, it's more about like cosplay. I mean, Bandai does have a booth there, but they use it only to kind of show the stuff that they've already got. You don't really see much of the new stuff. Last time I was there, though, they had the Neo Zeong Toyota car, and that car I've actually seen on the road. Somebody was driving it near HLJ, actually.
Yeah, I saw one as well.
It was on the Tohoku Highway.
Someone says, have we ever built Kamen Rider? Actually, Scott built a Kamen
we have
Rider.
the boss build.
Yeah,
I've
and
also built
it was a
one.
very nice kit.
Yeah.
Well put together. One guy says his hobby store charges him $3 to $4 for those promotional parts.
Wow, they're totally ripping it off, aren't they?
Wow.
Free is always better than paying, right? Now, check it out, Ryan. Once you get that hand on there,
Yeah.
it'll actually rotate.
Oh,
Spinning
cool.
blades of death. Although, of course, there's
Shredder.
no mechanism.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Okay, so I can plug this into this guy's arm, under this guy's socket. One.
Want to get frustrated?
Nope.
Build the Crossbone MG. Great looking, but more delicate than a desert rose.
Well, yes, he's right. I have built it. The frame is, how do you say, pretty unique. I think the frame for the Crossbone is the same as the one as the F91, the MG. And I think Bandai quickly departed from that design after those two kits. That frame is just too fragile to actually enjoy playing with it. But, of course, it looks awesome.
Someone else, has anyone sprayed the
Hi.
inner frame gold for the RG Strike Freedom?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. That's a good question. If you want to spray to get that gold, to get that better gold color. But of course, the RG frame is a little bit different from the normal frame plastic that we're used to seeing. I'll put this guy right here. Okay, I'll build the other leg, and the last thing we'll do is we will try and tackle these feet because I'm scared for some reason something wasn't lining up. So let me just go back and build the second leg while we continue our little chat here. Everybody's having a good time.
My first kit was a Wing Gundam.
Most people's were. Well, not most people, but especially in America, I think the first Gundam anime that actually kind of showed up there on what was it, the Cartoon Network or Teletoon or something, was Wing. So a lot of, especially for Americans, first exposure to Gundam anime was Wing.
I just thought it looked amazing.
Well, it does.
The kid.
You built the one with the giant wings, right? The,
Yeah, the like angel wings.
The custom, the Zero custom. Yeah, it's a good one.
When I first came to Japan on a holiday, I went to Yodobashi, and like I was big into like mech kits. I didn't know much. I didn't know much about Gundam, but I just saw all these mechs, and I was like, OMG.
OMG.
OMG. And then my girlfriend broke up with me because I said OMG. No, she didn't. But it was magical. I wish I could capture that again, you know.
Yeah. That experience of seeing Yodobashi for the first time.
Oh. I mean, if you guys don't know, it's 6 or 7 levels. Most of it is electronics.
Yeah.
Which is, if you're into like headphones or stereos or tech, it is like you can spend days there.
Mm-hmm.
But it also has a huge Gundam toy section for
That's
the serious.
6th floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And a Tower Record. I usually go there to go to the Tower Record. Okay, so let's start back on 16 and 18. This guy.
It says, I remember buying wing kits in a Walmart.
No, Walmart. That's an American, I guess. I wonder who was bringing them in at the time. 16. Wait, C16. I don't need the big one.
You guys own any model cars? I know you bought a very nice auto art.
I have the auto art Pagani Zonda R, the car that I love more than anything. I have it with the Italian white and racing stripes, and it's awesome. I really like it. Model, if we're talking like plastic, let's build a model. I have the we did on the show, right? We did the
the Gundam colors.
we did the Aventador with the Gundam color. I got that. Come on, I'm supposed to line you up. You never line up properly for me. Why? Why can't we be friends? Let me put the first two on first. Then. Skip this step last time. I'm not going to skip it this time.
How you feeling, Sid? We have 15 minutes before the 2-hour mark.
Okay, let me rip through this leg here. God, this is a small part. I never could see it. Once I rip through this leg, I think we can go a little over if we need to, just to try and get this foot built. Because if I can figure that out, we're done then. Like this kit's finished. So, bear with me, guys. I'm going back over some stuff here. In there. I don't know why you'd actually put that piece in. It's not really necessary. But 12, 15. 12.
There's a lot of love for Zoids here, a lot of kits, first kit Zoids, Bionicles.
Now, is this love for Zoids people curious to see them because they haven't built one? Or people
for the show.
The show? I thought you were talking about kits, because I was going to say maybe it's...
Well, they love the show and I guess built the kits. I wonder if they should just start producing more Zoid shows.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You never know if they're actually going to get around to doing that or not.
Yeah, the next live build will probably be the RE 100.
September,
yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Although, we may actually try and kind of do an unboxing of the version Hainu, because that's going to be a pretty special kit as well. But there's no way we would be able to build that in any kind of real, how do you say, quick fashion. It's just so big.
Someone here asks about the new anime coming, what's the name?
Conquista
something.
Conquista.
I don't know, Sid, you're a little lukewarm on the...
I think the animation looks a little sloppy compared to, well, of course we've been spoiled with the unicorn. Unicorn animation is fantastic. I'm not kind of against it. We'll have to see kind of the story. When I first saw the actual main protagonist suit, I was really turned off. But the more I look at it, the more it's kind of growing on me. So I have to give it a chance. But Origin's also, going to be coming out at some point. So that's what I'm more excited about. 836. What about you, Ryan? Gonna go anywhere near that?
The new Gundam?
Yeah. I actually saw a poster for it at the movie theater near my house.
Well, we were given a poster at work, which is on our wall. You can't see it, but I'll watch the first. But I must say, maybe I was spoiled with Unicorn.
Yeah.
But the animation was so good in that. They have a high bar.
Yeah, they did so good with the Unicorn. I hope that when we start getting into Origin, that it's going to kind of be that quality. So that would, of course, be really good. How's it going out there in TV land?
It's good. We have
Everybody's
200 concurrent viewers. We were just saying the first kits they built.
Nice.
Do we sell the HG-1144th Strike? We must sell that.
Yeah, if there's an HG Strike, but they also did, more recently they did an RM version of like the Ale Strike, and then there's all the Strike Rouge has got the new version released as well, so there's an old version and a new version.
Some first kits, there's 1144th Spiegel.
Oh, okay. Nice.
The Giant Zoid ZRK. First grade Strike Gundam.
First grade was like the very quick, like, it's almost all painted. You just kind of take it off the runner and slap the leg into the hole kind of thing.
1144th God Gundam.
Yeah, that's a good kit too. The G Gundam. It's a really good kit.
HG Strike Noir as the first kit.
Nice. That's one MG kit I really still want to build. I haven't got around to doing it. I've built a few Strike variants, but not the Noir. The Noir is very distinct, so I really hope to get a chance to build that sometime soon.
My first was an MG GPO2A.
One of the older MGs, yeah? Well, I guess he's been around a while. That was his first one. Come on, you. And you too. So, okay, so. Gotta get down to these kind of parts here.
The animation for how do you pronounce it? Recongusta, the new show.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna pronounce it by this.
It looks okay in my opinion. I'm just afraid it'll turn A, if you know what I mean. Says Sentang.
Dropping a reference on us. I don't know. It just I saw the trailer for it along with like Unicorn and Origin at the Shizuoka Hobby Show, and that trailer, when you compared it to the other two, it just seemed like a step down in terms of quality. Like maybe I have been spoiled, like we said, with Unicorn, but it definitely seemed like nowhere near as beautiful anyway.
Someone says, "Come on, Syd, build like the wind." Have that bloody dirty dancing thing. I'm old.
I was gonna say, wait, what?
There's a song in there.
I know. Don't start singing it, or you get us all singing it. Then we have to do flash mob. Almost. It's almost done. Don't worry. We're getting there. And I will need this part, so I will cut it off now. Back to these guys. What kit is everybody excited about? This was kind of the big release, and next month's going to be, of course, the MG. The big MG. I'm wondering if there's, after that, what's everybody's excited about? I'm excited for the RE. I'm about the RE.
My first was a ZZ Gundam MG. Double Z. I want a Wing Zero Custom 2.
Not a wing fan.
David Lai says, I just got my dream kid.
Yeah?
The PG. Hold on a second. I got my dream kit, the PG Wing Zero Custom.
Oh,
Life complete.
nice. That's a good one. Good choice. This is cool. Like I was looking at the front of the leg when you bend it, how this kind of opens up, stretches, and then the kneecap is there, which I still have to put on. But look how this back piece kind of just slides in underneath there, and this bends, kind of disappears in there. That's cool. Like that's still quite a bit of motion,
that's
right?
a serious bit of motion.
Right? You're gonna get some good poses out of this guy, which is good because he has some like really cool like fighting poses in the anime and stuff. So you will be able to do that. More undergate.
So, what the big December release said?
Yeah, I've already been asked that. I said
Yeah.
it would not surprise me if we see a PG, just because they're already getting us ready to drop 8,000 yen on the summer kit. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna hear a bit of buzzes about it for the Tokyo Model Show. We'll start hearing the buzz, I think, but we're not gonna see actually anything until maybe the Model Show or even after that, just before the GunPla Expo. But we'll know by about that time.
Kits people are looking forward to seeing is the animation version Wing Zero MG.
Nice.
One guy says, I'll give you 2 words, guys. Hakuna Matata.
Oh, the Lion King? Okay.
I still dream of the MG-VO, but it's so goddamn expensive.
It is pretty pricey.
Can't wait for the RE
A lot of plastic in that
GPO4.
box. Oh yeah, the RE GPO4. Some people are more excited for that than the Nightingale.
Scope Eye says, I'm building a 3D printer. Gonna print model parts with it. Smiley face. You know Bandai will find you.
So begins the bootlegs.
Ryan, ZZ Gundam 2.0. Or Double Z.
Double Z
I want a
2.0?
3.0.
That's the thing, like, are we going to start seeing the Bandai abandon the idea of 2.0 because they've already released a 3.0?
Well, the rewrite. I thought with the Strike Bullfighters, like there was a lot of 2.0s, wasn't it? No.
Not really.
Not really. PG
There were just
Unicorn.
variants of new stuff, right? Variants of stuff.
What do you think about a PG Unicorn this year?
That's what the buzz is about. 'Cause there was a rumor on some Japanese guy's blog that quite possibly we would see something at the Shizuoka Hobby Show. And I heard some of the staff members in the Bandai booth discussing the PG Unicorn, but I don't know if they were just denying rumors or fueling the fire to get people off track, or I don't know what they were doing, but there was mention of it. It's like that, unfortunately. There's no more time these days.
Yeah. And someone says, "Is this live stream during your office hours?"
Yeah.
Yes.
I should be at my desk right now. Don't tell my
should
boss.
be at my desk.
Yeah. I should be trying to work.
One guy says PG Unicorn equals broken parts.
It's quite possible if they're going to try and do something with the transformation. It's quite possible that we could see, you know, things break. Some people are having parts break on the regular MG Unicorn, so quite possible we encounter breakage on the other one.
Shiwanga makes a good point here that, you know, the 3.0 was very much like an RG, and maybe Bandai just decided that they don't want to have anything competing with their RG line.
It's true.
You know?
Maybe they had to do it just because people so badly wanted a 1/100 scale of that kit because of the detail. So maybe that it could be that that's a one-off. I don't know. I mean, that's a theory I haven't heard before, but it does make sense.
Can Syd finish up in 5 minutes?
No, I can't, because I cannot figure out this foot. I just cannot figure out this foot.
Okay.
Like, I did what I'm supposed to do. I plugged this onto this groove. You can see that there's like kind of little spaces there, maybe. But this piece here will not just slide on. Like, here's the peg that's supposed to connect here. There's too much crap in the way that will not allow me to just slide it on, and I have to figure out why.
Okay.
So
should we?
So what I'll do, I'll go footless right now anyway.
Okay.
And
we can roll. We can finish it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I'll
it.
just put the legs on here.
Okay, guys. Well, you heard. We're just gonna put it together. Syd needs to sit down and think about these feet.
Yeah.
Also, you know, on HobbyLink TV, let us know if you know the solution.
Well, maybe they've seen it somewhere because nobody's got this kid in their hands yet. But here's my. Don't worry, he's amphibious. He doesn't need feet. All right. Okay. He's got this thing on his back, but.
But we all know. I think with most kids, you reach a certain point where you're like, I need to think about this.
Maybe. I mean, this is the first time I built this style. Like, I built RG before, and this is the first time they kind of ventured away from what I'm used to. So this is a new learning experience for me. And because these parts, when it comes to especially these frame parts, if you break a frame part, you're screwed. Like, you're really screwed. You almost have to buy a new kit just to get that frame back. So I'm trying to go kind of slow here. Like, you can see it connects, right? But this piece has to be fitting in there somewhere. This piece right here.
Footloose.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem to want to do it. Like, if I take this off and just try to put this in here, even this doesn't line up properly. Well, if I put it on here, even that doesn't line properly.
The next episode of GunPla TV, our usual, we'll probably have this completed.
Yeah, I'll get it done, but just a matter of how. It just doesn't seem to want to line up. All the grooves don't seem to want to line up. And looking at this, it's like it's wider at this part and skinnier down here, and I don't know if that's relevant to anything. It's not making my life easy.
Well, people are saying thanks for showing us.
Yeah, no problem.
And I think we'll probably be,
we'll have pictures and everything.
Yeah, we'll be finishing up. Let's hold this guy up to the camera a little.
Let's say goodbye, Mr. Zgoke. We have a good time with everybody. I'm actually quite surprised. Like if I didn't run into this foot issue, it would be done.
Yeah, it would be done.
And it's actually compared to say the XCL or the Strike Freedom or even the Destiny, like this this RG is actually quite simple. And
it's upside down. Is there a part upside down?
no, it's quite possible, but not the way I was looking at. We'll have to determine that. But one thing we can see already, even though he's footless, is this newly designed RG frame gives you a whole lot of articulation, like laterally as well as forward and back. It's really quite cool. So you're gonna have some awesome poses with Mr. Zgock here. So don't worry, your guys is gonna be in the mail. If you've ordered it, you'll be getting the notice fairly quickly. You can have yours in your hand in the next week or so.
Heaps of people saying thanks for the live stream. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Anytime I can get away from my desk for 2 hours at a time on a Thursday, I'll take it.
And yeah, we'll be sure to have the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll be shooting next episode next week.
Yeah, yeah. Back to regular scheduled programs.
This video will be available to watch anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get your kit, maybe you're stuck on a different part of the kit. Maybe you can get through it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Once I figure out what's going on with these feet, we'll talk about it on the next episode of GunPla TV, just to make sure that everybody who's getting it knows the solution. Or else they can just tell me, because I haven't figured it out yet.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.